which is the one that I still have. And then I started just kind of doing all of my printing myself on there because it was just like so necessary to have a printer in order to keep this up, especially since that was mainly what I was selling. And long story short, I ended up getting let go from that job, but I don't know why. And to this day, I still don't know what I did. My grandmother thinks that it was because of my hair, because I wear natural hairstyles. If you guys watch my channel, you know my hair changes all the time. She thinks that like they had a problem with my hair because I would tell her some stuff, and I don't know, that could have been it. But it was just like so abrupt and out of nowhere. Everything was fine. I had only been there a very, very short amount of time. I think I had started in February and I was let go in May. But it was such a weird way that they let me go because I really didn't get any warnings that I was even doing anything wrong. I just straight up, I didn't. And I would honestly say it if I did. But I may not have always looked the happiest at every single moment. But if someone came in and I needed to greet them or if I needed to get them something, I always did what I was asked to do. But I was never like, oh my God, like, welcome so much. Thank you for being here. Let me go ahead and grab you a beverage. Like that's just not me. This is not how I am. And so basically I was let go. I will never forget that day, but I will never forget that day because it was a weird day. I don't know how to explain it. It was just so unexpected. I went to work normally, just like any other day. And then my manager asked if she could meet with me. We were supposed to meet. And so I knew we were meeting throughout the day. And then I'm thinking I don't know what we're going to talk about. But okay, I'm thinking maybe we're going to just kind of go over how progress has been or something like that. And so she basically just told me that they were going to let me go. And she said it just isn't a good fit. And they wanted to give me a severance package for leaving. It was weird, y'all. It was such a weird situation, to the point where my husband's godfather, he's a lawyer, and he was like, we really should look into this. And I was just like, it's okay. I was like, I just want to be done with it, mainly because I was so unhappy. And it was just a weird feeling of I just got fired, but not really fired because they're giving me a severance package. And she was actually trying to help me get another job. It was weird, y'all. It was so strange. She was like, oh yeah, I can help you to find another job. It's all going to be okay. And I don't know. It was just so weird. And I honestly just felt like this is amazing. I was so happy to be leaving that job. On top of the fact that my husband was already in the process of an interview, or the interview process with the company he works for here in New Mexico. So I already kind of felt like we were going to be moving. I didn't know exactly when, but I was like, okay, I think I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of take advantage of just not working for a little bit and really focus on my business. And so through that time, I ended up birthing my subscription box, the Live, Love, Inspire box. It was maybe about a month after I got let go. I also I started this thing called the Self-Love Project, and it was basically for women that needed to just kind of combat the doubt that they're feeling, to overcome it, and to really focus on who they are internally and their story and how powerful that is. I tried to become a little influencer for a little while there, and just tried some different things. I tried to put myself out there and network. My niche was starting to kind of switch with my photography business, and I was focusing more on women and things like that. And then we had to move, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, but we had to move due to just my husband got the job. And then, so we moved here, and I actually ended up getting another job that I had for not that long. I'm going to kind of keep the rest of this pretty brief because I don't want to take up too much time. I feel like this video is already extremely long. But that job didn't work out again, you guys. And I ended up leaving that job because I got pregnant while I was there. I was actually loved that job. It was the most money I was making at a position until I got pregnant. And then once I got pregnant, they started treating me really different. And then they would nitpick every little thing. And it just got really strange. I'll never forget, there was one meeting we were in and we were talking about something. I don't even remember now because I've kind of tried to put this out of my mind. But I had already been feeling uncomfortable. It was just kind of one of those situations where I could kind of feel like they were trying to push me out. And I had helped to launch their podcast and, to grow their social media. I had done a really good job of creating so many new things for them and ideas and all of those things as the social media manager and marketing assistant, I believe. but we were in a meeting and we were talking about something, and I do not remember exactly what happened. All I know is the lady that is kind of like the one that's over everything, I don't want to get too much into this, but basically she looked at me and she was like, are you experiencing some brain fog, baby fog, baby fog? Do you know what I'm saying? And y'all, even the printer knew. Okay, I was like, oh, what? And it was just like stuff like that, little comments like that, and it just got really, really weird. And so I left, y'all. I quit. Like, and I don't know how it will come off with all of this different stuff. It's probably like, oh my gosh, you can't keep a job. But I promise you that I needed to get out of there. It was getting really unhealthy. Like, they were literally going in on me on email, and like I didn't do anything wrong. Even like my direct supervisor that worked there, he left about a month after I did because of how horrible it was, like just of a work environment in general. And it started out so great for all of us because he started around the same time I did, maybe like a month or two before. And I remember we would have these heart-to-hearts in his office, and he would just be like, you are doing everything right. He's like, I don't know why they're treating you like this. I'm so sorry. And I told him that I was going to be leaving, and I quit. I was so happy the day I drove up out of there. And again, boom, I focused back on my business. And so I think what is so beautiful about being an entrepreneur and having my business is no matter what, I still always put my business first. Even when I am working for someone else, my business will always be something important to me. I will never put it on the back burner to where I'm not doing something for it, because I never know when I'll need it. And so I put my all into my business, y'all. The Stationery Muse is literally my heart. And the fact that I've been able to fall back on it at this point, within this story 2 times, it just shows that it's important to have that. I like to have multiple streams of income for sure. And so through all of that, I had my stationery box, subscription box was really growing. I started to share my subscription box with a PR team. I remember Lisa Mac Plans. I love her so much, you guys. Planning and Praying on YouTube. Lisa, she is hilarious. She was kind of the first person that I reached out to, like, hey, can I share my box with you? She was like, oh my God, of course. And she really helped to get my brand out there. So that's definitely one suggestion for you guys. If you're struggling to get your business to be seen, find someone that is willing to try it out and share it with their following and be genuine about it. She is one of the sweetest people ever. To this day, I really thank her so much for just how sweet she is. I don't know what else to say. She's just amazing. But yeah, and I mean, that's basically what I did. Is I just continued to push through and work on my business. I ended up having my daughter, and I remember when I sold out of my box, I think it was like 2 or 3 months in a row, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is what I'm doing. This is everything. And I do have another job now. It's a job from home, but what's nice is it's super flexible. Again, I'm working from home, so I don't have to really show up anywhere in a sense of like driving to go somewhere. I get to be here with my daughter, and the Stationery Muse, on top of my new coaching business as well, is really gaining momentum for me to prepare to transition to that. So we'll see. I definitely have some financial goals and things I would like to do as far as just saving and stuff like that I really want to hit while I have my job. And I do enjoy my job and the people I work with a ton. But my ultimate goal is to really build my empire. Like on my planner, I want to build my empire, y'all, and to inspire so many women to start their own businesses as well. That's basically my story. It's not anything super crazy, but it's just filled with a lot of setbacks and just trying to realize, okay, well, what can I do? I think the fact that I don't even think I mentioned that I had put off starting the Stationery Muse for about a year because I kept thinking about it and I just didn't do it until I finally wrote it down in those power sheets. And I did my research that I had to do, and I launched it. I'll never forget my first sale that I had. Her name was Jessica, and I literally screamed running around the house. I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, somebody actually wanted to purchase from me. Like, maybe this is a legit thing. Like, okay, and I had like my little cute packaging together. I had I don't even think I had the little plastic insert things yet. I think I just was putting it in like, I can't even remember, y'all. It's been so long. Anyway, I just say all this to say that so much has transpired just throughout my life. And the main takeaway, if you are even still watching this, if you're still watching this, comment down below inspired, because I hope that this story is inspiring you in some way. I just had to overcome the negativity that I felt, because I felt like I had failed multiple times. I felt like I went to college, and the fact that I never got the job that I wanted out of college, I didn't get into the music industry, all of these different things that I had set up for my life. I thought I was going to move to New York. I didn't even mention that. I thought New York was going to be my destination. I went to North Carolina, the complete opposite. So everything that I planned out, or so I thought that I planned out for my life, didn't go as planned. And so I really carried that baggage with me when it was time for me to start my business, because I felt like, okay, well, you failed at all of these things, so why do you feel like you're all of a sudden going to do something with this, you know? And entrepreneurship is really a true journey of your heart. It's a mindset thing that you have to constantly shift on, because it's so easy to get caught up in just all of the difficult parts of being an entrepreneur. It's hard, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I have enjoyed every single moment, because I haven't. There have been times I wanted to give up. There have been times that I've wanted to just work my job and just be normal and just focus on my family. But at the end of the day, it was placed on my heart from God, and I'm just running with it. Basically, I'm just running with it, and I have just enjoyed this journey so much. I started sharing my behind the scenes journey here on YouTube. I think maybe like around 2017-ish, kind of around when I started doing my box. And it's just been so interesting to see how my community has grown on here, and all of you guys that watch. Thank you. I just really appreciate you all, and I'm so glad that I have the opportunity to encourage you all to start your businesses. The amount of messages that I receive of women telling me that I help them to start a business, just that alone is crazy for me, because in my head, you guys, and this is just really to be truthful, you know, in my head, I just feel like, you know, like little old me, like the person that barely knew what she was doing, and the person that failed, and all of those things. It's just so crazy to see that. And so it's really a mindset shift again, to even be able to receive that from people telling me like, hey, you're helping me so much, keep going. Those things are so important. And so I started business coaching this year as like a whole new business. I actually today I just purchased the domain name for my new program that is going to be launching. Y'all, it's just a couple of weeks away, so I'm really excited. Make sure you get on the wait list. The link is down below if you're interested in working with me so that you can start your business. I'm so excited but nervous. Like I'm always like this with everything. That's pretty much it. That's the Stationery Muse story. That's the Tatiana Muse story as well, because I'm the entrepreneur. So, you know, what you see is a lot of my life and my experiences. And so I pull a lot from the negativity that I've faced in my life. I pull from that in order to encourage you all through my boxes, through just my quotes, through my captions, through my videos. I'm literally pulling from the woman that I was almost 5 years ago when I decided I wanted to start my business, but absolutely had no idea what I wanted to do. I felt like I had already failed so many times, and I really had to pull out of that to really get encouraged to start. So my business has been something that I can fall back on time and time again, and I'm so grateful for that. You know, that's something that when I first started my business, when I literally was just like, okay, let's see how this goes, I really didn't even think about that. And it's just so cool. It's definitely something that I'm so excited to be almost about to be 5 years in business, you guys. Next year, it will be 5 years. And I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of what is being built, even more so that through this, I'm now helping other women. Like I said, it's just so many blessings upon blessings upon blessings with all of this. I think that's pretty much it. I'm so sorry this video was so long. I feel like I don't know how to really tell this without it being kind of long, but hopefully you learned a little bit more about me and what I've been through. I would love to hear from you guys as well. Let me know what are some, if you had anything that you might have related to within my story that's similar, or even maybe right on, share it down in the comments, because I definitely feel like we all are attracted to each other. For some reason, God is placing us within each other's paths for some reason. So I would love to get to know you guys as well. Tell me your stories. I always pretty much comment back to everyone, but that's basically it. So I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching my video. Definitely subscribe if you have not already. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.